Alright, so yesterday we started talking about logarithms. I'm going to finish up one thing about logarithms with you right here. This is an extension of yesterday, and then we are going to get into a little bit about logarithm properties, which will help us solve logarithmic equations next week. So one thing I wanted to finish up about logarithms, just as a review, remember yesterday we learned that something like log base 2 of 8, if we're trying to evaluate this, what we should ask ourselves is 2 to what power equals 8, and we know the answer to that would be 2 to the third power. Okay, so a couple other things that I wanted to note about logarithms. If you ever see something that just looks like this, log of 100, and there is no base on that logarithm. If there is no base, there's an understood base of 10. Okay, so an understood base of 10. There's a log button on a calculator. If you look at any calculator, it'll have a button that just says log, doesn't have a base on it. That button automatically has a log of base 10. So if I ask you something like log of 100, you should ask yourself, invisible number here, 10 to what power gives me 100? And that number is 2. Okay, so if there's no base, there's an understood base of 10. And then one other kind of weird logarithm, there's also a button on a calculator for this, is ln. Okay, if you see ln, that is a logarithm with a base of e. So you might see something like natural log of 11. Okay, this is a logarithm with a base of e. Alright, now you probably have no idea what I'm talking about when I say e. E is a number in nature that's kind of like pi. We call e is called the natural number. Okay, it is an irrational number like pi that goes on forever and ever and ever and never stops, never repeats itself. Okay, and just like pi is equal to 3.14 blah 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 blah, e is equal to 2.71828, and then it starts repeating itself. Okay, I'm not going to dive in too much to what e means in this class because you'll learn a lot more about it in pre-calculus. What it helps us do is it helps measure things like population growth and different things with money, but all you need to know right now is it is called the natural number. So we came over here and we wanted to evaluate a couple different things with a natural log. Okay, so I should write this down. This is called a natural log if you see ln. If we saw something like the natural log of just e, what we should be asking ourselves is e to what power gives us e, and the answer to that would be 1. E to the first power gives us 1. And if we saw something like the natural log of 1, similar to what we saw yesterday, we should ask ourselves e to what power gives us 1. We've learned throughout this entire unit that anything raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. Okay, so I just wanted to note those last couple things about logarithms. Okay, if you see a logarithm that does not have a base, it is an understood base of 10. If you see something labeled ln, that means natural log, and it has an understood base of the letter e. Okay, and e is a number, it's called the natural number, and it is equal to 2.71828, and then it goes on and on forever and ever, and never stops and never repeats. It's an irrational number, and it's just something that comes up a lot in the world of math.